Hey guys, welcome back to Say Mojo Homestead. We have had kind of a crazy weekend here. We had some free time yesterday, which was nice, a little unusual for our recent past.
Yes.
But also, we are still battling the squash vine borers. It feels like a never-ending task. Not super thrilled that they don't have a season here outside of, originally I thought they were gone after June, end of June, beginning of July. I'm still finding eggs. Obviously that was a lie. It was fake news on the internet. Anyway, so they are definitely still laying hard in South Carolina.
Yes, but we're getting a lot of new squash.
Yes.
Squashes?
Squash? Harvest? I don't know.
Coming on, yeah. Like I found how do you say it? Trumpetino? Trumpetino?
Maybe.
Trombone squash.
Yes. That's the way to go.
This morning, and went to pollinate it just to ensure it would take, and then right after that I saw it leave a male flower and went straight to that one. So
yeah,
that's exciting. That's the first time. It's the first time we've grown those squash, and that's the first one we've had come on the vine. So
yeah,
it's just moments like that are like, you know what?
It's okay.
This fight is worth it.
It's gonna be okay.
Right?
I've also been doing a lot of fermenting. We fermented a lot, way when the kids were younger at our other house. It's something we never really got as into once we moved into this house. So I've kind of picked that up again. I got some stuff for Christmas that I'm really excited to use and to try. So be watching for a video shortly. I restarted my sourdough.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I had dehydrated it because I knew with the show and stuff with work and everything in the summer, I wouldn't have a lot of time to be making sourdough, so I just dehydrated it and shelved it. Well, after much pleading from people in the family, I rehydrated it, and I've been bringing it back to its vigorous self, and the goal is to try to make some bread in Jeremy's grill that he got for Father's Day.
Super excited about that. And just curious to see how it's going to turn out.
Yeah. I'm real excited that it won't be done in the house. I'm not going to lie. It's 5 million degrees, and I'm good with not baking bread in the house.
Yeah. But today we are going to talk to you guys about I'm going to say an unfortunate experience, but also mistake that we made. But we're going to go to the chicken coop to talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. We had a very unfortunate experience this week with one of our chickens. If you own chickens, you know that you kind of fall in love with them. They have fun personalities. They are obviously, as being part of your farm, they're one of your pets that provide food. So you really want to make sure you take care of them well. We had a chicken that appeared to be very sick. On Wednesday, the girls had been in here hanging out with the chickens and found one of our chickens was just kind of laying in the back of the chicken coop. And she couldn't stand up well. She was one of the mamas. She wasn't walking around, wasn't eating, couldn't hold her head up very well. We thought as soon as she brought her to us, I'm gonna let her go. As soon as she brought her to us, first obvious signs were sickness. And so that was our first thought. So we immediately did all the things. We got her fermented whey. We got her yogurt with probiotics. We were putting Vet RX on her comb. We separated her from the flock, put her in a safe spot where she could just heal and get better. And the next day, she was really, really struggling. She was not dead, but she was not doing well. And we were very concerned because we don't ever want an animal to suffer.
All right, so as Cass mentioned, it was a mom, so she had one chick with her, so we had brought that chick inside and we're starting to take care of it. Thursday morning, I went out to check on the mom, and she had clearly gotten worse. Figured I would just kind of keep an eye on her. By that time, I had sort of given up hope. Had checked her out, and it was clear she had not been cleaning herself. Excuse you. Not to be like overly graphic, but flies were starting to kind of come around her, and she really just could not do much of anything. And so later that day, when I went to check on her, I thought she had died, but she had not. I mean, she wasn't moving or anything until I went over to her and touched her, and then she kind of moved enough to show that there was like still life in her. Kind of examined her a little more, couldn't find anything, and so we decided like that was it. We had let her go long enough, and so we went ahead and just ended her life for her so that she wouldn't lay there and suffer. So fast forward to the next day, Friday, and I started looking into it a little bit more. The reason that we wanted to bring this to your attention is because we had actually misdiagnosed her, and we could have ended up preventing all of this and saving her life. Thinking back on what I had witnessed with her and what was going on with her, and it turns out that I am like 90% sure that she was just egg bound. And I say just egg bound because that is somewhat of an easy fix if we had gotten on it right away. If you don't know what egg bound is, it's basically when an egg gets stuck in a chicken and they just run out of the energy to be able to push it out. It could be caused by several different things, anywhere from an egg just being too big to just calcium deficiency and stuff like that, which I don't think was the case with ours because we have not been experiencing softer shells. So all that to say, had we like remembered and looked into it a little bit quicker, we could have saved this chicken's life just by being more intentional about getting food in it, getting her energy back up, doing some things that would just help her relax so that she could push that egg out. One of the key things that is I would say yellow flag for this is when, if you look at their back end, if it looks like they're pushing, for lack of a better way of describing it, looks like they're having contractions back there, chances are there's an egg that's stuck. And I did notice that was going on, but when she was so weak and looking really, really sick, I was just kind of assuming that was sort of her body's way of shutting down, and had completely forgotten that egg bound is a thing in chickens, and that could have been what was going on. So we just wanted to share this information with you guys so that you don't automatically just assume that like your chicken is sick and there's nothing you can do for it, because once the chicken does get sick, it is kind of hard to rebound it. But if the chicken's egg bound, it's not nearly as hard. And there are videos out there that will show you what to do. I'll let them go into that. We're not going to go into that. Yes, it is very unfortunate. She was one of our best moms that we had, and now we are kind of raising her chick for her. We actually brought the chick back out here, and it's been doing fine. The flock hasn't like embraced it, but they also have not rejected it, which is good. And this thing has survived several days out here on its own. We do try to keep it contained in a safe area. It's like a Houdini. Somehow it keeps escaping out of that little area, but it is doing okay. So hopefully if we can rescue that chick and get this chick to an age where it'll be safe and in the flock, I'll be really happy.
So that was our unfortunate week with our chicken, which is just a sad reality of homesteading and learning to homestead and being on a learning curve. And in the future, we'll know the signs and we'll make different choices. But with you guys being part of our homestead family, we just feel like it's important to be really real about this stuff and bring you along on even the really difficult parts of homesteading.
Yeah.
So we thank you for joining us and for being part of our family. If you haven't become part of our YouTube family and subscribed yet, we just would encourage you to do that. We love commenting and interacting with you guys and just having you along for this journey.
And if you find any of this stuff beneficial, helpful, we'd love for you to share it with your friends and your community as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but it is the weekend, so
highs and lows.
Yes, highs and lows. We're gonna shift gears a little bit, and you're going first because I think I've gone first the last couple of weeks. So.
Oh gosh. Okay. So my lows, obviously, like the chicken, that was a really big low, losing her. Also, Joe, our son, got a stomach virus and has had it this weekend. So we've had we've had some rough nights and days. So that's just not a lot of fun. That would be a low.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Never fun when one of your kids gets sick.
No. So, and then my high would actually probably be choreography camp. So my daughters dance, they're dancers, and I work at our dance studio. And we had our choreography camp this week where all the company dancers learn a portion of their competition dances. And I have to say, I'm very impressed. It's going to be a good year for choreography. I'm really excited about the year. So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to see any of it, so they did show a little sneak peek. I just haven't seen the video yet, so I'm going to check that out for sure.
Yeah.
My low would be just not having a lot of work this week, which was, I mean, in some ways kind of nice because I could be around here and do more of the homesteading lifestyle. But it does add a little bit of stress because there just wasn't work this week. And when you have your own business, no work means no income.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of it is just because of the time of year.
Yeah.
People coming back from vacation and stuff. A lot of times people aren't implementing huge landscape things in their yard this time of year.
Yeah.
But it is always just a little bit like, I don't know, there's a part of me that gets a little concerned. But I'm not in panic mode. I really do think we'll be fine. There's some that are kind of in the pipeline for down the road. So my high would definitely be we had the opportunity to just take some time one afternoon and went to our zoo here in South Carolina. And just having that family time was good. So, you know, it's one of those things that, like, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah.
And that lemonade was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Yeah. So there can always be benefits even in your lows. So I would just encourage you guys to always look for those benefits and make the most of the moment. Thank you guys again for joining along with us and joining us today. Again, I really do hope that someone out there can learn from our mistake.
Yeah.
Because if our mistake can, again, save one of your chickens' lives, then great. At least something was learned from it. We do have a fun little video that I'm planning on putting out, probably the beginning of this week. She has no clue
Confused.
what it is.
I'm real confused.
So if you've been following along, or if you're friends with me on Facebook and you've been following along,
I know what it is.
Munchie. We have Munchie. We have a new pet, kind of science experiment going on the homestead. Munchie. So we have a little side note here to wrap this video up. We have black swallowtail caterpillars that always come and just devour our parsley, our fennel, our dill, all of those plants, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Because I like having the butterflies, and it's their host plant. I'm not gonna, fight them for it.
Yeah.
It's fine. They don't kill the plant. They just knock it way back, prune it for us.
Kind of helps, yeah.
Yeah, right. But this year, Joe wanted to bring one inside and watch it grow. So we allowed him to do that, and Munchie has had an adventure. Again, that's all I'm going to say. If you want to get caught up on Munchie, go find me on Facebook, and you'll see all of our Munchie adventures this week. Well, he has already gone into chrysalis stage, so I'm going to put up a video kind of talking about that, and we time-lapsed that whole process. So that is what the video really is going to be, is showing that time-lapse from going from caterpillar stage into chrysalis, which it was pretty cool. So, yeah. Be on the lookout for that. We'll also try to get another video up this week that will be maybe a little more homestead related. We'll see. Maybe. We got some ideas. It's just a matter of whether or not they'll get done this week. So, but anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. And until next time, be blessed.